Hey, you're one of 12 listeners of the Real Life Podcast, brought to you by Rig Hand Distilleries.
This is a very, 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 very special episode of the Real Life Podcast. Jared, what number are we at?
103.
103 bag milk. Unbelievable. We haven't done an international episode since probably episode 30. We got Wanye here. We got bag milk here. We got Jared here. We got the Squire coming at us live from where?
I'm in Bondi Beach, Australia.
You're in Bondi Beach, Australia. What day is it there?
It is 2031.
Yeah.
And I believe it's March.
And what time of day is it?
It is 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday.
So it's 2 o'clock roughly local time, 3 o'clock here. It took us a while to get our shit figured out because you're using the magic of satellites and pagers. You're here live. It's tomorrow there. You're living in the future and you're taking your vacation time by calling in and doing the show.
Of course, I think it's a great way to start the day. I'm living really Aussie active lifestyle right now, which I'm sitting outside of Bondi Beach right now. It's 8:30 in the morning and the beach is just jammed with people either surfing or running or skateboarding or doing a bunch of fit shit. So, I get up here now, just maybe it's jet lag, get up at like 6 in the morning, go crush some avocado toast.
Of course, I love avocado toast.
Have a cold pressed juice and a bulletproof coffee, and then I just get my steps in. I was sitting at the beach yesterday, and I just got in. I was looking around, like, oh my god, all these people are so active and fit, and I felt the shame and the guilt, so I just actually started running, and I ran for like 30 minutes because I was like, I gotta be like these people. Like I just felt shamed into doing it. So it really is a good culture here.
What in the actual fuck? 1 in 3 Australians make a living as a personal trainer. You know that, and I know that, Jay.
I know, it's insane, and they make like crazy money doing it.
Because everybody wants to be fit for the beach, mate.
That's right.
Fit on the piss. Has anyone said on the piss since you got down there?
No, and I haven't heard any reckons yet, but just how you going?
Yeah.
A lot of how you goings. And then what the hell did they say instead of takeout? To go. Yeah.
To go. You seeing any weird fashions? They're always like 3 years ahead of us. You seeing like weird capri pants?
They're wearing pants on the top and shirt.
Is that what they're doing there right now? Is that the look in Bondi? Yeah. Have you seen anything that you're like, oh, that's not here yet?
No, but actually, you want to hear something crazy? We're staying at this hotel. Are you guys familiar with the American actress and niece of famous American actress Emma Roberts?
Yes, of course, Julia's niece.
Julia's niece. She is staying at the same hotel as us, and she's rolling solo. We keep seeing her like awkwardly, she doesn't look like happy. She's just like walking around aimlessly. I think she's obviously here for work by herself or something. But
be careful, man.
In her hotel.
She beat up her boyfriend. Remember that?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know anything about her.
Pull that up.
I know she was in Twilight.
No. Emma Roberts like beat her boyfriend up in a hotel room. I might not know my SIN number, but I know this to be true. She so. Are you staying at a fancy hotel, a celebrity hotel? What are you, the richest man?
Well, yeah. Okay, so I have to tell you guys a story. I've been hotel catfished.
Oh no! Go on.
I gotta walk you through this. So
go ahead.
I've stayed at this hotel before when I've been to Australia, and I'm like, it's cool. So it was expensive when I stayed here because I was only here for 2 nights. But in August when I was booking the trip, I saw it available through this website called Hotel Quickly.
Oh yeah,
it was for like $150 a night, and I'm like that's a lot of money, but for this hotel, like that's a really good deal. So I book it. So all in for 3 nights, it's like $500 with fees and whatnot. So I book it, and then we do the 49 million hour travel day to get here. I wheel into the hotel at like 9 p.m. and just exhausted. And they're like, name, like checking in. Yeah, give them my name. Like, oh, we don't have a reservation. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, here's the paper. Here's the reservation number. They go punch it in. They're like, oh yeah, actually your reservation's been canceled. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, no, it's been canceled. We got an email from the hotel, from the booking service that you used. It's been canceled, and you don't have a room. And I'm like, oh my god, like all I want to do at this point.
Did they keep your money?
Forever. Yeah, I already paid. I paid for it back in August.
Oh, this is why I never book a trip an hour before I leave. Never get happen to me.
Oh, So then we go and talk to like the concierge person's being so nice. I can tell that I'm like, I initially just want to like curl up in a ball and cry. Or, like,
you win, Australia. Win.
Throw something through a window. Like I'm just like going through both, like just an emotional roller coaster. So guys like, okay, well, let's look into this. I give him all my PR. I'm like, see, I've paid. I'm like, you got to give me a credit or something. He's like, well, it's booked through these guys. He's like, what I can do is like, we do have a room available. It's not the room that you booked. It's a suite. It's double the price. I'll give you 15% off.
15
like,
or 50?
Oh my God. 15. Whatever. He's doing what he can. He's trying to save you some money. True. You can see I'm clearly pissed off. So then we go and do a search about Hotel Quickly, and it's just a bunch of people bitching about how it's a scam, about how when you book through these guys, what they do is they'll reserve your hotel for you, and then 2 days before you show up or a day before you show up, they cancel it, don't pay for it, and keep the money. So...
Criminals, man.
Nigerian prince, catfished, hotel.
You know what this is? These are all the guys
on
the Gold Coast, Jay, rolling around in Range Rovers. This is how they make their money.
They're just living up
steroids, and they're the Gold Coast near there, Jared. Like it's like Gym Tan Laundry Jersey Shore, but Australian version. When you're walking around the streets, everyone's juiced and everyone's riding around in Range Rovers. This explains how they're paying for that shit, Jay.
They're just going back to their roots as criminals, I find.
They're scammers. Except for Josh.
Oh, yeah, they're just operating within their exact roots of what the whole nation stood for 300 years ago.
I ran a Twoony Scoony on him, I did, and he never got to stay in the good hotel.
So now I have to go through like the fraud, scam, dispute deal with my credit card company. They're willing to help, but I got to like do all of these. I got to make all these attempts to try and get my money back through them before they can do anything. So, anyways, that's...
Don't trust the internet, man.
So I've spent my whole trip budget now in just hotels on my first 3 days of a 29-day trip.
For real?
No, but it feels like it. Initially, it did when I was curled up in a ball in the lobby crying, and I'm like, "Oh, my money's gone."
You know what this reminds me of, Bag Milk? This reminds me of when we went to Amsterdam together, and we met Josh and Sam and those boys from Australia, and we go to like the Ramada of Amsterdam, and we're sharing a room on the road, and both our shit gets broken into, and I lose like 50 euros. I'm like, oh no, 50 euros just got nicked, because that's how you talk in Amsterdam. What'd you get robbed for, Jay?
700.
Oh, and my first thought was, no one's gonna care about me getting robbed. Everyone's just gonna care about Jay. Oh, you got bamboozled.
I used to travel just being like, I had all the trust in the world. I would take out all of my, because I also wanted, if you have all your cash, you know where you're at all times.
True.
I'd take out all the money. I think I had like 1,200 euros or something, and I put it all in my pocket, and it came with me all over the place, except for when I put it in the safe in this hotel in Amsterdam. To come in, and then it's been stolen, and then and Wanya and I think let's have some theories about how it could have been an inside job.
Oh, for sure it was.
All these. Oh yeah.
For sure, it was an inside job.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, this time this is an outside internet scam, and I bit.
Well, as an internet businessman, I tip my cap to the guys at Travel Friendly or whatever it was. You got them good.
Well done, boys.
Well done.
Yeah, that's a good haul. $700.
Hotel Friendly. Yeah. If there's anything I want to do right now, everyone, it's a plug. Please use Hotel Friendly.
I was just going to say this segment is brought to you by our new advertiser, Travel Friendly.
Yeah, they got great rates, and you won't be disappointed.
They only scam you some of the time.
Losing a bunch of money is not being disappointed.
Yeah, the times they don't scam you, you get great value.
Exactly. 1 in 10.
Now, Bag Milk looked up Emma Roberts and started gasping and laughing.
Yeah, she allegedly, in my opinion, and according to Gawker in 2013, beat the shit out of her co-star, or her former boyfriend.
Oh.
They had in
Montreal or something, right?
It doesn't have a location in this specific article, but they had concerned hotel guests heard some shenanigans coming out of their room, decided to call the front desk, and when they went up for a wellness check, the young man was left bloodied and bruised.
Ooh. Do not approach Emma Roberts.
Well, she's this tiny little thing. Like, geez, but she must be fierce.
Is her dad Eric?
Yeah.
Her dad is Eric.
Best of the best.
Yes.
She learned all the moves.
He's got all the moves.
Oh,
the Kung Fu is strong.
Badass.
Yeah. Eric Roberts is a badass, not just because he was in that one Mariah Carey video where she leaves him at the altar.
Oh, So he's Julia Roberts' brother. Oh,
Yes.
this makes so much
Yeah,
sense because I
yeah,
can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the
He's a
similarity.
hardcore dude, man. He's a
Yes,
hardcore party animal. Do not approach Emma Roberts.
When officers approached her room after the complaint, they opened the door and saw her boyfriend, last name Peters, with a bloody nose and covered in bite marks.
La la. In Montreal too.
Fun Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is just Montreal.
Yeah. That's
Period.
just Rue Saint Laurent on a Friday night.
If you're not getting beat up and bit in Montreal, then you're not in Montreal.
Are you even in Montreal?
Yeah.
Fuck. So what do you were you able to watch UOL on the weekend?
So the game was at 2 p.m. here, which is like, plus it's like 29 degrees. I was fucking melting my ass off yesterday. But yeah, it's game's at 2 p.m. So I'm trying to run strictly Wi-Fi game here.
Got it. You got it.
So I'm just like popping in and out of cafes or free Wi-Fi hotspots to check in on the score. And I'm watching I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, I need you guys to help walk me through what happened, because all I could see was power play goal, power play goal, power play goal, power play goal, and then I go and look at the penalties, and it's like delay of game, delay of game, delay of game. Like, what the fuck was going on? Like, what happened?
The boys had a very good time clearing the puck over the glass last night. Any chance they got there?
Clean over the glass.
Oh, yeah. Any chance I like to think of them as looking at kids out in the crowd, and those kids were like, I'd really like a puck as a souvenir. And the Oilers, being the good boys that they are, they just helped them out. They fired one over the glass and right to a waiting fan that was very thrilled to get a prize.
Nothing better than a puck wired at you by an NHL player.
Keep you on your toes, I'll tell you that much.
So what I would see is I would see it be like, okay, Vancouver's on the power play, and like literally I'd go and hit like refresh, and it was like bang, goal.
Yeah, they had in 2 straight power plays, they scored within the first 15, 20 seconds of each power play.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Are you going on?
How did the guys look? Okay, remove the power play situation or penalty kill situation that they're in. With 5-on-5, were they applying the pressure? The
first period, it was very evenly played. I thought Connor's line looked really good. He was doing Connor things, and everybody was getting excited. However, the penalties really derailed everything. The guys were getting frustrated. Like, you were actually seeing Connor get pissed off on the ice when you don't normally see that.
Oh, that's such a buzzkill.
Totally
Kills any chance of momentum.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you spend 10 minutes in the penalty box, chances of you winning, not ideal. And then Hitchcock came out after the game and said that the hooking and slashing and grabbing on Connor is absolutely crazy. He was getting manhandled and getting no calls, as per tradition, yet a sneeze could knock over a Canucks player and they would get a penalty for it. So that's how last night went.
So it was a charity game for Vancouver.
Yes. And then even worse, I think, personally, the worst part about it was Elias Pettersson scored on the power play, and that sent Canucks fans into a tizzy of saying he's better than Connor McDavid, flooding the comment section at the Nation. Just an annoying night all around.
I'll tell you one thing about that Peterson. He's got a goblin head.
He looks like Daddy Longneck.
I saw a photo of him for real, and he has a new track out, so you know that's hot.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him on After Hours, and it was a screenshot, and I was like, oh, that's mean. They took the screenshot and like widened it so that his head looked comically unproportionate. And then I went and looked, proportional, and then I found it, and that's just actually how he looks.
Yeah, Shody licked the neck, call me next up.
And he's just on such a small frame, too. Like, he's just you would never think this kid is a hockey player when you saw him in a suit.
If your forehead is 4 times as wide as your chin, you got something going on.
Well, here's my take on Vancouver fans thinking he's better than McDavid. Let him have that. Let him put the pressure on management and ownership so they can pay him to be better than McDavid and then never be better than McDavid. And then we're looking at McDavid on our books at $12.5 million, and we have the deal of the century. Well, these fan-fueled idiot contracts are going to go out to Matthews and Pettersson, bloat their salary cap and fuck them for years to come.
But let's be real though, like, all hating aside, and I hate the Canucks more than I could hate most of my enemies, Pettersson's legit.
The shot was crazy.
He's a very, very good player.
Yeah.
But boy, is a goblin head. I'll tell you. Jay,
he's Daddy Longneck.
We got to go to break for a
Side
second
by
here.
side.
Oh, well, we should do a side by side.
We will do a side by side.
Let's do a side by side. Jay, what are you looking at right now? Then we got to go to break. Tell us before we go to break.
I'm just staring at Bondi Beach. I'm once again being inspired by all these crazy fit Australians that are running or walking or drinking their cold pressed juice and being active here on the beach. So I'm just chilling, waiting for the sun to come out. It's a little bit gloomy, but I've got good visuals in front of me. I sent you a photo to kind of show you kind of the setting for which I'm speaking at. And
well, we'll take a look here. We'll be back after the break. Real Life Podcast.
Have you got holes to dig, earth to pack, and roads to build? Then you need to call Japa Machinery Group. Does your equipment need a service? You can't fix stupid, but here at Japa Machinery Group, we can fix everything else. With a full range of parts to keep your equipment running smoothly. Japa Machinery Group is a family-operated and Alberta-grown business. Here to help build a bigger and better Western Canada. Give us a call or visit us at japamachinery.com. Japa Machinery Group. Join the family.
So think about that, Jay. You're listening to Josh pretending to be Canadian in Australia while piping back to Canada to do a Canadian show.
The world is a crazy place.
Nobody needs to be anywhere anymore. You can do anything from anywhere, and you can do nothing from anywhere.
When did you meet up with Noopsy?
Yeah, have you met the boys?
No, we fly up to Brizzy tomorrow.
Sick. Are you staying with them?
Yeah, we're staying at Josh and Ursa's new house.
Beautiful, beautiful. Longtime 13 listeners of the show will remember Josh Brown as being longtime Nation friend, Nation team member, still working remote from Brisbane for the squad.
Nation Gear model.
Nation Gear
extraordinaire.
Japa ad guy.
Well, that's the whole point of why I came to Australia. I got to do Josh's annual review.
How come we didn't all get to go?
It's we only have the budget for one man.
Yeah, true.
And I'm blowing all of our budget on hotels I'm not staying
exactly. Hey boys, send more money. I blew it all on my hotel Catfish. Another day in Australia. Another continental person coming ashore and being fleeced.
Oh yeah.
How were the movies on the flight over? Okay.
Oh, what did I? Yeah, no, I watched. It's amazing because you fly for so long, you just warp your brain and burn your eyes out watching movies. I watched the original Blade Runner because I had never seen it.
Classic.
Yeah, it was classic. Yeah. It's good shit. Mission Impossible.
The new one?
I watched the new one. I watched the original Mary Poppins to prep myself for the new and up and coming.
That's
Mary
smart.
Poppins.
You got to do your research.
Yeah.
That's good movie watching.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I like Audrey Hepburn. Like, I always think like she's like an ultra babe. So I got like a poster of her. But Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews is a mega babe. And
Timeless.
The fact that they casted Emily Blunt as the new Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins might be the hottest character ever of all time. For all iterations of her.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe it's got a thing for ladies and umbrellas. I don't know.
You used to have a serious situation with a lady from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're just carry on this catfish theme, aren't we?
Well, so. This is a good story, Bagmo. Where are we driving back from? Moose Jaw?
Yeah.
We're driving back from Moose Jaw, and I swear we stopped in like Saskatoon. And this is going to be like pre-camera phone. So 03, 04, we're doing something like this. And it was a phone call, wasn't it, Jay?
Yeah, it was a phone call.
He got a wrong number driving and was just like exuding confidence as a young man does, and ends up turning a wrong number into a date.
Oh, nice.
Because why, Jay?
Well, after hours of conversation, there was talk of appearance, and she went out and said that she looks like Audrey Hepburn.
Oh.
Now, to my comment before where I think Audrey Hepburn's a mega babe, I'm like, well, I've got to see this. We got to do this.
This was before Tinder, you see. This is how you had to do it. You just dial random people's phone numbers and try to like put together some magic.
Yeah, like D. Smith. Oh, that's got to be a babe. Okay.
So now you've shifted, and Julie Andrews as Mary Poppins is the hottest character in a movie of all time.
All time.
Wow.
Wait. So did the woman look like Audrey Hepburn?
Well, we're out of time this week. That's the Real Life Podcast brought to you by Travel Lightly.
Phone's cutting out. So, okay. I gotta be very polite here. She did not look like Audrey Hepburn, but she tried to dress up as Audrey Hepburn from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
The best
she wore
Aubrey
a black
Hepburn.
dress.
The hair
She wore
up.
a black dress and like some version. It wasn't a white pearl necklace, but it was a white necklace across her neck. So she tried to look the part.
I thought you were going to
she
say
didn't.
she looked like Audrey Hepburn now.
Oh no!
Wow. But I know we get it. We go up, we meet up, and all I want to do is just be like,
You
What?
don't look like Aubrey Hepburn.
you just took my hotel money and ran with it.
I remember
Well,
being I was so impressed. I'm like, I cannot believe this guy has the juice to turn a wrong number into a date.
Well, let's be honest. The drive from Moose Jaw to Edmonton is long,
Very dull.
and just to have an audience to talk with someone is very nice.
Lovely.
So you just take advantage because you got to kill the time when you're driving through the flat prairies.
You can't pull these scams off in 2019. You just be like, what's your name? What do you look like? Facebook, boom, lie, deconstructed, bye, click, before you even got to the Battlefords. Now you had to live your whole life. And oh man, I'll tell you. Catfishing
you
bag.
put yourself out there. Yeah,
You gotta let them know you're there. You got to let them know you're there.
So anyone out there of you 12 or 13 listeners, call me. You ask for it, I will send it to you blindly. Any kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll come meet you for any kind of date. Boy, human, girl, robot, blow up doll, tortoise.
What, you lack in standards, you make up in volume.
Tricked. I will show up. I will buy you a delicious meal of food and then never see you again.
Delicious seafood dinner. Oh, are you going to go to Oporto's while you're down there? The best chicken restaurant chain in the world?
Well, I have got to go to as they call it, the CBD, where Oporto's is there on, King Street or whatever. So we're heading there later this afternoon, so maybe I'll pop in.
You ever go to Oporto's Bag Milk?
Try it.
No, I did not.
It's like Chick-fil-A, but in Australia.
Okay.
And they've got this hot sauce that they put on it. And when we found it, I ate there 2 meals a day, 3 days in a row.
You know what? When you find a good spot,
Hit it.
you just got to.
You got to hit it.
You never know when you'll be back.
You got to go to Oporto's, Jay. Do it for those of us who are sitting at Little Brick.
I'll do my best. I will do my best. I'll hit it up. I know we're heading there this afternoon, so I'll do it for Wanye, because I remember when Wanye and I were here, I think he hit it like for every meal of the day.
Are you going to drink a box of wine? Are you going to drink a box of wine, then blow up the goon and then lie on it as a pillow?
Slap the goon before empty, of course.
The goon bag? Yeah. Well, we're going, so I have the honor of doing Christmas in Toowoomba, which is like the Moose Jaw of Australia.
Amazing.
And I think I also think it's like the epicenter of the goon bag. What's it called? Slap the goon bag, or what the hell they call that game?
Yeah, slap the goon.
Got some weird.
Slap the goon.
Slap the goon.
Yeah.
That's for Australians are perplexing people. We live with them, Josh and Sam, twin brothers, and they would have all these sayings. It was like, well, should we just go to the park and slap the goon? I'm like, I do not know what any of that means. That is not the King's English. Oh, you don't know what slap the goon is? Every story with, oh, you don't know what that means? Are you going to play that game at the bar in Toowoomba, Jay, where there's the string with the horseshoe and then the nail?
Oh, yes. Yes, I forgot about that. Yes, I am going to play that.
They got this like OG game, and it's like a dart game, and there's a string that holds like a horseshoe, and then there's a nail in the wall, and you swing the horseshoe out, and you have to like get the like cadence and the rhythm right, and it lands on the nail. And then everyone at the Toowoomba bar goes, "You're the man!" Except that when we were there, no one was there.
Is there any plan to check out some Aussie sports, Jay?
Well, we're going to do some drunk barefoot lawn bowling at some point.
Of course.
There's a big cricket match, but it's played in Melbourne on Boxing Day, so I'm not going to be there to see it. But tradition is you watch it on television, and I believe you say drink bulk piss. Is that what you say here?
You slap the goon?
Slap the goon. So we got that teed up. Going to do a little golf. AFL's out of season, but I'll probably go to the footy oval and try to kick some kind of try, goal, whatever you want to call it.
Anything going on with the Panthers?
For sports. I am gonna attempt again to surf. I'm just not gonna do it at Bondi Beach because it's like where all like the pro surfers are, and I don't want the embarrassment because I have to use a board the size of a Cadillac Escalade just so I can get up and stay up on it. So I can't show myself up against all these guys in these like crazy short boards.
I wouldn't trust the waters if
Emma
Roberts is around. I wouldn't go surfing. That chick will come out of the water.
She's a biter.
She's a biter. You already know. You've been warned.
I didn't know that. Like I was coming to Australia to be fearful of sharks, snakes, shacks, spiders. But actually, I'm really here, and I'm afraid of Emma Roberts. She's the apex predator here.
She is. There's like, oh, we got poisonous snakes, we got spiders, and what kills the rest? What's at the top of the food chain? Well, Emma Roberts is visiting.
That's why she's by herself, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I keep seeing her by herself, and then she sits on the couch in the lobby. She's always in the lobby, and she's just like distressed. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, and people are like, because I didn't know who she was, and all these people are trying to like, hey, like try to stop her, and she's kind of walking by. So
you got to get her on your Insta, buddy.
Get it for the gram.
Get it for the gram. You got to be on your Insta.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do an interview.
I'm afraid she might kick the shit out of me if
Well,
I
exactly.
ask her for a photo.
Remember when you saw Courtney Cox in Ireland?
Oh yeah, in England. Yeah,
England.
I was at a dinner with her.
So strange.
One thing Courtney Cox was doing, she was crushing cigarettes.
Unbelievable.
Her and her lead singer boyfriend from Snow Patrol.
Oh, that's right.
So-
She went the rock and roll road.
So, boys, I need my fill here before I tap out. So, what do the Oilers have on the dock? I just need some Oilers information because I need to know how am I thinking because I'm hopefully going to be streaming some games while I'm here.
Do you need help with that? Do you know how to do the Oilers Reddit streams and all that shit?
Yeah, you told me about that. And Nupsy also knows that. So once I hook up with Josh and the Brown boys, we'll be streaming games like crazy. And also, for any of you who may know, at T-Fence will be joining us too in Australia. And so we'll be wearing our nation gear with pride. Actually, yesterday I was wearing, I bought this Oilers Hawaiian, Tommy Bahama shirt.
Don't even get me started about if this is a good idea or not, but keep talking.
Oh, it's amazing.
It looks
I was at
fantastic.
this bar in Manly Beach yesterday, and this bartender's like, did someone dare you to wear that? I'm like, wait a minute.
You look like you were ready.
Who this team is?
You look like you were going to
I'm
Margaritaville.
from Calgary.
Oh, please.
Oh, well, no, of
Fuck
course.
you.
Yeah.
So I spat in her face and threw Emma Roberts at her.
Yeah.
So I paid her $15 for a beer and smiled and left embarrassed.
How's the service there? Crappy, right?
Oh God, you're just always chasing. Except for this one bar, they were all very nice, but you're just chasing everything. You're chasing to pay. You're chasing to get your next thing. We're at the Opera House last night at this cool bar right on the water, and you're just every time you got to get up. You have a server, and they're not dedicated to you. They just bounce around table to table to table and just enter orders, and that's it. So you're just waiting. You're just in the queue at all times to be served.
I remember when I went there the first time, and who was I there with? I can't remember. Oh, Joshy. And Josh is like, yeah, in Australia, it's not like in Canada where no one makes any money and then you rely on tips. Here, everyone's paid top dollar. And we're like, okay. And we go to the bar and then sat there, and literally 40 minutes went by with no service. I was like, is this the utopia you described? You lying.
Well, they make $50 grand a year.
Yeah. No tips.
To piss you off. It's so funny, but rarely you find a good one. I will tip, but I'm not running a lot of cash. I'm running credit card, so I always just hit the tap so I can't get tips in because hopefully I want to get their attention for the next one.
You gotta stand apart from the crowd. If you're sitting in a room and no tippers, but it's hard to tip when a beer costs $800 million.
Oh, I know.
I like the restaurants they have there where you can just bring your own beers in. That's good living.
Bring your what?
Bring your own BYOB, buddy. Bring your own beers on in. Grab yourself a box of wine. Have yourself a nice dinner. Fantastic.
Nice.
All right, so what do you want to do? You want to dip? You want to keep talking? What do you want to do here?
Oh, I want you guys to kind of bring me up to speed here in terms of I'm going to be watching some hockey over here over the next few days, but are we still feeling good about the team? I know we are on a crazy tear and we just lost to Vancouver, which we shouldn't have done. But are we still feeling positive? Yesterday was just kind of an outlier. It was just this weird penalty bullshit. The squad's still looking good. Chason's still the answer. Koskinen still saving pucks, albeit unorthodoxly.
Yeah, I still feel good. Oilers are still in a playoff spot, despite yesterday's loss. You know what I mean? Did you shake it off? You move on. They're playing the Blues tomorrow. That's a must-win game. Blues suck. We're hoping for 2 big points. Then they play Tampa on Saturday. That's going to be a tough one. And that ends off the pre-Christmas.
At home.
Yes.
Well, are we catching Tampa on a back-to-back?
I don't believe so. So we'll have to hope that Koskinen is just lights out. He looked human last night. I don't know if that's going to damper your spirits, but he looked human last night.
Yeah, well, I think if we win, I guess like I'm away and kind of removed, so I'm not as emotionally like. I'm always emotionally invested, but connected. And I think it's good because I'm still like got a very positive mindset where like if we let a bad goal in, I think our season's over when I'm at home watching on TV or if I'm at Rogers. Yeah. So I'm able to kind of keep in a positive mind space, but I wanted to kind of hear your take. But for God's sakes, can Calgary and Vegas stop fucking winning?
Well, this is the problem. All of a sudden, everybody in the Pacific woke up amazing.
Oh God! Like we gotta zig and zag with these fuckers, not zag and zag.
Yeah, everybody in the Pacific is traction. Everybody in the Pacific is basically on a 2, 3, 4 game winning streak. So she's real tight here leading up to Christmas.
That's how she goes in 2018.
Yeah. Well, though, at least I get to glue to myself to the standings and see, like I'm always doing the math. Well, if they win this game, they're going to be in second in the Pacific, and then I'm factoring in fucking row for God's sakes. I'm just like delving deep into the stats on my app here for the standings app. It's a good place to be.
You're good. You're doing God's work on the road. I'll tell you what. You fly that Tommy Bahama old man flag. If you want to get yourself some Crocs, get yourself some Crocs. Check out of the sexual rat race all together and just float on by.
Well, all the Aussie guys run Birkenstocks, and I never thought I would be compelled to do it, but I'm thinking about it.
That's where they're different than us this time. It's that they're wearing Birkenstocks.
Yeah, they're crud. Yeah, they rock, and a lot of the fashion things. Yes, they're wearing a lot of Birkenstocks and Deus, that brand Deus, that like kind of motorcycle street brand.
DEUX, that one.
You call it
DEUX.
Yeah, DEUS.
That's Deus.
You can't Deus. Yeah, you can't swing a cat without hitting someone wearing female or male something Deus.
I know you've only been there for a little while, but are you inspired to buy a ute?
Actually, I'm looking at the street right now, and a ute just rolled by me.
El Camino's everywhere. For those who don't know what a ute
I just
is.
don't get how that's a thing here.
No, they're ridiculous. But they don't really have large trucks there, though, do they?
So the biggest thing, so they've got, so the Ford Ranger just made a comeback in North America, but obviously it is in Australia because I see a lot of the Ford Rangers, which is just like a truck version of a ute. Like it looks like a ute, but it also kind of looks like a small truck. So that's my vehicle report, my Australian vehicle report for you.
All right, well, keep your head. Jared's giving me the finger guns here, which means we got to go to break. So you keep it real. You keep it 100 down there. We'll come back on next week, and maybe we'll see what's happened to you. How's that sound?
All right. Well, good luck closing out the show. You too. Hopefully, my just straight Aussie rants about what I'm doing, what I'm seeing was entertaining.
It's fun. It's like we phoned you. It's like we phoned you to have a catch up, as we say down under. Except we played the catch up for all 14 of our listeners.
Awesome.
It's real life.
All right, boys. Well,
all right, buddy. Stay safe.
You guys have a good week.
Say hi to Noopsy.
Let's go Oilers.
Yeah, hi to Noopsy. Hi to Sam. Say hi to everybody.
Will do, boys.
All right. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye. Real Life Podcast, back after this.
SumoJerky.com. You've been through the gas station. You've seen all the flavors, teriyaki, black pepper, maybe extra hot, sweet chili. That's about as exotic as it gets. But if you subscribe to Sumo Jerky at SumoJerky.com, check them out online, enter your preferences. They source out the finest small batch, handcrafted maw and paw jerky from all over the world. They have all your favorite flavors, but it's high quality, handcrafted versions of your favorite flavors, and they get exotic as well. Exotic jerky from exotic animals, or play it straight and stick with beef. Enter your preferences at SumoJerky.com. It shows up once a month. Deliver it as a gift if you like. Have it sent to your work for a little pick-me-up during the day. SumoJerky.com. Follow them on Instagram at SumoJerky for pictures of their meat, or sign up for the service yourself. SumoJerky.com. Once a month, meat delivered right to your door. It's the home delivery service you didn't realize you need until it started showing up. My favorite day of the month is Sumo Jerky Delivery Day. SumoJerky.com to get started.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a show. What a show. International guest Jay Downton walking around the streets of Bondi Beach, talking on his phone like a crazy person. The dedication to craft.
That picture he sent us yesterday, he went full dad mode.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
I know you were joking about the Crocs thing.
no,
but
I'm not.
He looked like he was wearing Crocs.
If this MFer, as we say, has a kid in the next 24 months, I will maintain till the day I'm dead that his brain knew he was going to become a dad and started like changing him into a dad before the kid arrived.
Your dad in it.
And he's like, it doesn't look so bad. These here chino pants. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, player?
He's got those strap sandals with socks on. I guarantee it. He didn't show us the bottom half of that picture,
No.
buddy.
And he goes like, oh no, it's awesome, man. Like the whole Tommy Bahama line is awesome. Like, no, it isn't, man. What are you talking about? This is crazy people talk.
He's
This is
got
how
the
people
Tevas.
talk before they get the bloody white on white New Balances and pull their tube socks up to the top of their calves because they like the support.
It's like he was a waiter at Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
We
looked
should
great.
put a photo up. Can we put
Yeah,
the photo
yeah,
up?
we'll throw a
yeah,
photo.
yeah, we'll throw the photo up. My God in heaven. So now we can talk about some real shit.
So
I don't feel quite so like we have to talk about important stuff because there's a guy on the phone in another country.
big day in music.
Huge day.
Daddy Long Neck and Thick Neck.
And
Drop
Thick
that
Neck's
heat.
a new guy. He's like a guy who got arrested and has a real thick neck.
Yeah.
It's, to me, what's amazing about it is how World Star can turn you into a thing with just a post or two.
Yep.
And now those dudes, like Long Neck, has 1.3 million followers on Instagram.
Is he monetizing though?
I don't know how many cameo hits he's getting,
Yeah.
but he's doing cameo for sure.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. And he's got his merch. He's got some merch. I saw he pulled the t-shirts down. I was going to get us some long neck
Nice.
tees.
Nice. That'd have been a nice touch.
Yeah, it would have been really nice.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And
Can't
like,
keep him in stock?
what's that?
Can't keep him in stock, I guess. I had to
No.
pull him down.
It's like social media's gone insane. It's just a free for all. And like people are rising and falling a moment later. Little Tay's being blamed for XXX Tension's death.
Yeah, it's
Whole-
weird.
the
Do you watch
whole-
American Meme? The American Meme on
Yeah, I
Netflix?
watched some of it. Oh yeah. It's weird.
Crazy.
That, no, what was his name?
Kirill.
Yeah, Kirill.
He's
He's
not
like-
having a good time.
He's like, oh, I'm not enjoying myself. Oh, you think so? You've been doing Molly 7 days a week and drinking champagne out of girls' butts as you fly around the world to D-rate strip clubs.
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, you wonder why your sadness is taken over. It's because you're chemically incapable of making melatonin.
It's really interesting, though.
Melatonin.
No, wait, what's the happy one?
Serotonin.
Yeah.
Her sister, not Mel, her sister
Skin
Sarah.
pigment.
No, Sarah. Yeah, melatonin. I
thought
thought
it was-
you're so pale.
I thought it was really interesting, though, to have like a behind the scenes look at what these social stars
Yeah.
are like. Like the girl, the Vine girl.
Hmm.
When they took away Vine, they took away her world. She can't get acting gigs. All of a sudden, she's engaged to Tommy Lee.
You gotta be. What else are you gonna do to keep relevant?
Yeah, it's crazy. Great documentary if you haven't seen it. But back to the point at hand.
I've been dealing with meme lords a lot lately for sumo jerky.
Go on.
And, I was watching Gary Vee, you do. And he goes, social media is so underpriced. And like everything with Gary Vee, I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So I wrote it down and tried to figure it out. Basically what he's saying is there's a lot of people on Instagram with a lot of reach right now, but no one's spending any money to get advertising from them. And you don't really know if this reach translates into actual sales for whatever particular product. Like you could take random meme lord X and try and sell something and it might sell and something else might not. And so these guys, like they have this reach and they make no cash like whatsoever. But it's weird because like they get DM'd all the time with scams, kind of like with Meow Post. Nobody will answer an email or a Facebook message because it's all scams. But there's like no real money moving through the ecosystem. So I spent like $1,000 US on meme lord ads, and they're just putting up sumo jerky ads. And I got like a hilarious like kids at Christmas, real kids opening presents that are clearly not jerky, and I put jerky on it as the thing because we have a budget of 1 penny. And like I posted 3 or 4, and then all of a sudden people started DMing me.
Because you're working with some sizable accounts, too.
Yeah, like 600,000 followers and shit like that.
Chances are, if you're listening to this and you follow any of these dudes on Instagram, you're talking to them.
Yeah, like we're working with Dougie House,
Classic.
who's a good guy.
Yep.
Pablo Picasso,
Go on.
pretty amazing, 600,000 followers. Chill Blinton.
Oh, the best.
Yeah, he's doing a post today or tomorrow. Chill Blinton, and they got a whole set of rules around it. They're like, oh, I tried to post, and 10 minutes later I had to take it down because there weren't enough likes. Like they're really wired into their accounts and how they perform. No one's making any money.
Yeah, that's
It's
interesting.
just bizarre.
Is that a product of they don't know what they have, or that nobody is spending money?
I think it's both, right? I think it's like, when we started doing The Nation, we were talking to bloggers all the time, right? And bloggers had like, I have my 500 visitors a day. I write my article once a day. Everybody agrees with me. You can kiss my ass. I'm never going to come work for you. And I'd rather work for free than get paid work for the man, right? So with meme lords, I think it's like they got a ton of spam. They can't figure out what's real and what's fake. Most of it's fake. You got to get like a trusted introduction from another meme lord being like, this guy's actually paying out. Or they see that you're doing a meme ad on one of their friends' accounts, because they all roll in crews too, right? So what they do is they all comment on each other's photos, and then they'll shout each other out on their accounts. And it's like how they get enough content to be posting 15 fucking times a day. Some of these guys, it's insane how much they're posting, but it's really interesting. And then @God DM'd me.
Yeah, you sent me a screenshot. That's the best.
Oh man. So I'm like talking and we're having a meeting about it. And I'm like, well, we've laid our trap and we've spent all our money with influencers. It's in the internet gods' hands now. Cause I always talk about the internet gods. And then like an hour later @God on Instagram DM'd me being like, hey, you want to buy an ad? I'm like, holy shit. Yes, sir. Are you really God?
So are these dudes generally good to work with, or?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, here's the photo. Here's the caption. If you want to rewrite it in your own language, do it. Here's your money, PayPal to you in advance. They don't give you a moment's credit. Like if you think you're paying a meme lord and on credit, forget it. That's not happening, right? They want their cash DM to them before they do anything. But it's working. Like I think we've done 7 or 8 posts right now, and I've got like 50 more scheduled before Christmas. It's going to be a carpet bombing of sumo jerky ads.
Yeah, buddy.
See what happens.
Move them units.
God DM me. You don't have that happen every day.
That's huge.
Good.
Huge.
So good. I think it's super interesting how they have like their own little set of rules that like they're like the skulls almost. Like if you want to be brought in, you need somebody else to bring you in and like vouch for you.
And there's always like we take the post down after 24 hours. Like why? That's how it's done. Well, we don't do that. The Nation, if you buy a sponsored post with us, it's up for all eternity.
Sure.
And I'm like, I don't want that. And they're like, then no deal. What the fuck? You don't want your money? No.
Gatekeeping.
All right.
Goodness.
So I play by your rules. I'm the sumo jerky guy. I'm not the meme lord. And then it's really cool because now I've only got like 800 followers, but like 8 of them are meme lords.
That is dope. I wonder if you'll get how many residual followers you will get because people going through their following. Like, who are these guys? Check it out.
So I'm testing it. So like I have the caption like, oh, get the best beef jerky club of the month, blah, 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 3, 6, 12 months, whatever it is. And then the bottom half is like, follow our friends at Sumo Jerky. They're giving away a subscription on Christmas Eve. I don't know if this shit's going to work. Nobody's following.
Because really all right now I see is Fashion Nova. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
I see those jack off devices that Tinder versus reality keeps hawking.
Yeah. Adam and Eve.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
And it's like
just basically
D-list,
sex stuff.
like their own clothing brands and shit.
Yeah.
But even if, like, I try and do it like calculate like I would an ad, right? So like I know how much it's costing me for my Facebook ads for 1,000 people, your CPM, your cost per 1,000 people. I know how much it's costing me for my Google AdWords campaigns. I can see this and I can calculate, like I could put ads in front of 1 million people on Facebook and it might take me, 2 days and it might cost me, I don't know, $800. I can go to like at Pablo Picasso times 2 and do it for a lesser price. And that's where it's Gary Vee saying social media is underpriced. I believe it. Fitness people and like hot chicks, they're getting inbound requests for like makeup and all this types of shit. But like there aren't really a lot of male influencers, right? And shocking that sumo jerky is not traditionally bought by a lot of ladies. We're going after male influencers and there's nobody buying ads.
Well, going back to the American meme, I thought it was interesting how they kind of said, or that there was that one guy who was a CEO or in marketing or something like that. I don't remember specifically, but he was just like, why wouldn't I use this market to try and reach people? Because people aren't really watching TV all that much anymore.
True, man.
What are we talking about?
It's true.
Scrolling through your phone. Especially kids. Like I have a niece, she's 16. She doesn't watch TV. She's on YouTube and on Instagram. That's where she's getting her content.
This is one of the reasons I really wanted to get into doing sumo jerkies. I wanted to have something I could test on YouTube ads and I could test on Instagram ads. And I could test all this shit because like content's great, but you can't really run an Oilers Nation ad campaign because the value of a reader in terms of like monetization is very low because they're not buying anything. It's just how many ads do they see when they're there? Do they come back? Right? It's like a very low value per reader, not like spiritually, but like, monetizationally. Whereas a sumo jerky subscriber, is worth several $100s if they stick around. The average one sticks around for 7 months. So it's actually worth spending money on Facebook and Google to try and get people to your site. And
especially now, Christmas.
Wow, that's just it. It's a seasonal thing too, right? You might not believe this, Bag Milk.
Go ahead.
In the middle of February or March, there's not necessarily the same impetus to buy a beef jerky subscription as there is in December.
See, I like my jerky year round.
No Valentine's Day
Did it come
jerky?
No.
We're
a couple months behind.
Yeah. I think there's an inside job going on.
No, I think
Yeah.
what happened is I think I set it up for like 6 months. I think it just elapsed.
what I think is that the Squire
Yeah.
is stealing our jerky, just like he tried to walk away with the Windicate money from the trip to Calgary.
Wow, that could be. It's still coming to Wanya Manor. And that's why I think what I might have done is I might have let the subscription elapse. I'll look into it. What are you pointing down for?
Ad time.
Oh shit.
Gotta pay
We'll be
them
back.
bills.
Yeah, you know it. Back after this Real Life Podcast.
Alberta is where you find hard-working hands, where prairie-grown rye meets mountain spring water, where we pull dragons from the ground, and we choose Rig Hand Distillery. Vodka, whiskey, gin, and more. Rig Hand is made from Alberta-grown ingredients, locally distilled and distributed. It's a bottle of Alberta. Ask for award-winning Rig Hand in your liquor store and visit righanddistillery.com.
That doesn't sound like Josh or Yukon Jack. Who voiced that ad?
No, that was like one of those movie theater guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish I had one of those deep voices. One day I'll hit puberty and maybe I'll get there. But
That's a spirit. Never stopping.
I'm believing. But just like in a world far away, you're gone to Rig Hand Distillery to get all your booze and you get
pretty
as
good.
drunk as you like. This week on the Real Life Podcast.
In a time where hamburgers eat people. There's like one guy who does all the movie trailers, right?
Has to be.
It's one dude, like maybe there's two, but it's like the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy. Like it's just one voice, and he's like ultra old, and he has the studio set up at his house. I was reading this article one time, and it's like, yeah, they just go to his house. They're like, here, read the new Avengers trailer. This guy's like half dead. He's like, the Avengers assembled. And away they go. That's who
I
you
love
want to
that
be?
dude to narrate my life.
Yeah. Here's Bag Milk coming in the room. He
Bag
has
Milk?
forgotten to wear underwear for the third time this month, despite a note on his mirror saying, do not forget underwear.
I love it, man. Back to Rig Hand, though. Do you know, Wanye, that the Oilers have been winning so much that I am almost out of brum for me windcast?
You're drinking one shot?
Yeah, just pouring an ounce and a half, straight shot glass, little brumski. Enjoy myself.
Unbelievable. Hey, you know what that is? That's noise in Little Brick. You know what that means? It means stuff's
shenanigans.
happening in a Little Brick.
It's good.
That's good. Technically, this podcast is noise inside Little Brick to them.
And everybody else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's get back to Daddy Longneck
Go ahead.
for a moment.
Yes.
Why did he? So this is a guy, if you're not familiar with Daddy Longneck, I feel bad for you. You're not watching critically as Western civilization declines into the toilet. He's like a dude with a real long neck.
Long everything.
Yeah. Very
There's
skinny.
There's something going on.
yeah, what's going on there?
Doctor stuff.
Yeah, he looks like Jack Skelton, but with skin on.
So he's like dancing and like having a long neck. And then he starts like doing work with other people who are famous, like
Well, this goes to your
Gucci
thing.
Mane or whatever the
Gucci
fuck.
Berry.
Gucci Berry, and he's always with Supreme Patty now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Wide Neck's in the mix.
Wide neck.
And it's like if we stick together and
Okay.
constantly shout each other out, this is how meme lords blow up,
Yeah.
right? This is how it works.
I just love that they're all making rap songs too.
Wow, this is getting ridiculous.
It's a fire track.
They got a jam out called "I'm Up Next,"
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
and there's the guy with the real thick neck that got arrested and blew up because of his thick ass neck, and then he got arrested again. He shouldn't be around Daddy Longneck. Daddy Longneck's like 15 years
He's a
old.
bad influence, man.
He's a bad influence.
Well, that's why I want to know how this stuff comes together. Like, okay, Wide Neck, you got arrested. You turned into a meme. Everybody was talking about you. You were on TMZ for a week straight.
yeah.
All of a sudden, somehow he got linked with Daddy Longneck. And someone's like, these two dudes should make a rap song
Yeah.
together.
They both
And they're
got
both
weird
like-
necks.
All right, let's do it.
There's somebody involved that has a grand or two to throw at the problem.
I love that the song is 1 minute, 50 seconds because you can't go any longer than that.
No.
They had nothing. They just repeat the hook over and over again, which
Yeah.
I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
Great hook.
Yeah.
But, cut her short. Edit them down.
Do you ever listen to Supreme Patty's raps?
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't
They're all
actually, you know
terrible.
what? I don't understand Supreme Patty in the sense that why is he as popular as he is? Because all the videos he makes are super dumb. But obviously the kids are into it.
Buddy, I started watching Supreme Patty 2-3 years ago when he was a guy who would like put shampoo in a bong and do a hit.
Yeah.
And I was
Or
like, well, this doesn't look good. And now he's
squeeze
like buying
lines
his
in his
mom a
eyes.
Corolla and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
It's an interesting time to be alive because I think that like you can get whatever content you want.
Mhm.
If you want to go online and look at cats all day long, you need to look no further than the internet.
Where would you go to look at cats all
You
day?
can really go to anywhere, I suppose. I love
Nowpost.me?
cats. Yeah,
perhaps.
.me, .co. And you can look at guys with long necks dancing around. Like we used to go to the circus And we used to go see the guy. Well, we would though, right? We
Now
would.
it's Instagram.
We would. We used to go to the circus when the guy came to town who could swallow a sword, or when the lady who had the beard came to town. We'd all look and be like, that's crazy. And now that human psyche need for like spectacle is being given to us online. But now the guy with the long neck has like a bigger audience, like 30 times the audience of the Edmonton Journal, because our priorities are all whack.
Yep.
Well, I thought it was interesting that people used to get super upset and aggro about reality stars becoming celebrities in their own right, like the Jersey Shore when that erupted and all those guys turned into celebrities. But now it's almost instant.
Yeah.
If you show up on World Star, all of a sudden you got 200K on your Instagram and you're starting rap songs with Wide Neck and Supreme Patty showing up and you're pouring fries on people. Like
The money that they're offering World Star to get on the feed must be massive.
I wonder what that would be like. Do you have a guess?
Oh, I couldn't imagine. But like World Star isn't just like looking at, they'll be looking for content that they think will explode. But like when you see those bikini models on World Star,
Yeah.
see
of course.
those? We're just hey, check this babe out. I'm like, I don't know what she's selling.
They always put the same girl up. I forget her name, but it's the same shot every time.
Hottie Boom Thotty. Can we say that in 2018, Bag Milk?
Bundles of Britney.
Sure.
She goes on there a lot. Yeah,
Like-
World Star. That's where I get most of my. That's how I keep up to date with the kids, Jay.
Yeah. Huh.
I've got like I do a few things online to entertain myself, telling celebrities to come to Brazil. I do that, and occasionally someone from the nation will see me doing it and will like it or DM me and be like, "Why are you telling Christina Aguilera to come to Brazil?" I'm like, I don't know, I'm bored. I'll do that, or I'll go look at people on like crappy rappers pages that are hyping their own careers, and then I'll follow them. Like, hey man, I'm a 14-year-old trying to make it. I'm like, sounds good to me, buddy. Follow him, and then like see him in my feed for a few weeks, and I give him a chance, and then occasionally people blow up. That's how I found Supreme Patty. Supreme Patty probably had 25, 30,000 followers, and I was just scrolling till my eyes bled as you do. I was like, what's this guy up to?
I always crack up when I'm just cruising Instagram and I see you comment something stupid on something, or Jay does. My big thing right now is commenting on Garth Brooks's posts because his social media is so out there. That guy is so rich and famous that he's trying to be a normal person, but it's not quite coming off
really?
right. Oh, it's the best.
Like, what's he doing?
He's got like, when he's ending off a video, he does like awkward waves to the camera and stuff, and he doesn't know where to look. He's kind of shuffling. Oh, it's the best. Garth is just, God bless him, he's a hell of an entertainer. I went and saw him with his magical run of 15 straight shows or whatever it was at Rogers Place.
He got his
Great
number
time.
in the rafters.
Got a banner.
Yeah.
Great time. But man, his social media is hilarious.
I feel like Garth Brooks marrying Trisha Yearwood was like the best thing that ever happened to both of them.
Well, because he was married,
Yeah.
and then they went on tour together.
Oh, yeah.
And they cheated on his wife with her. And they got married
together and away they went.
celebrated.
And like all the crazy Garth Brooks just went away. Like, Chris Gaines was
Chris
never
Gaines,
heard
yeah.
from again, right? And like Trisha Yearwood is every bit the songstress that Garth Brooks is, and she's every bit the touring star that Garth is, but she seems like she just keeps it really, really, really real. And Garth Brooks is just like, what do you say I gained 60 pounds and I only do what I want? And
Yep.
she's like, okay, Garth, we have all the same management, and kills it.
I loved when I went to their concert. Like, this is just a dumb thing that I laughed at, but when she was going to do her big song, How Do I Live Without You or whatever, she says, you guys might remember this from Con Air. And I'm like, Con Air? Fuck, that came out like 20 years ago. And it did. And everybody went nuts, and I loved it. And it's just going back to their social media, because they're in it a lot together in Garth Brooks's social media. And he's always doing this. Hashtag Mr. Yearwood, hashtag Mrs. Brooks, like the whole thing. It's the best. Those two are just a
They love
treat.
each other.
Oh, they love each other, but they're just like, we're normal too, see?
Well, somebody go and get me a gallon of coconut caviar.
Yeah, it would be like, how much does that cost, Garth? I don't know. Like a bottle of water is like 10 grand, right?
Trisha, I found a store where they sell fruits and vegetables. You can go in, buy whatever you need.
Whatever you want.
I
Any
love
snack you like, they sell it at the local corner mart.
Another big thing that we're up to that I love the continuous that it hasn't dropped off, commenting on Hunter's Instagram.
Yeah, never will I stop.
Oh, he's the best.
I just don't understand. Like the other day, I tagged him in a video, and like, you know, the one thing Gary Vee says I think is like makes a very good point is he's like, if you want to do a good job on social media, you have to engage, right? And I think like you see OG celebrities who are like, I'm going to talk to people, but I'm not going to talk back to people. You know what I mean? So someone's like in your comments, like, hey, what's going on with such and such? They never answer.
Yeah.
Like Hunter never answering to me, although Hunter's a genius. I don't know if Hunter in the suit is who does Hunter's social either. I can see
that's
it
a good
being
question.
two different people, right?
I met a person recently that met a real Hunter. Unboxed Hunter.
Interesting. Unboxed Hunter.
Yeah.
And?
No, he just said he's a really great guy.
Yeah.
And you know what? The interesting thing to me was that the story he told her was that he worked his way up from the minors just like a player. Like he was an AHL mascot and then he kind of moved around before ending up here as Hunter.
Amazing.
Those dudes grind.
Amazing.
It was his idea, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Hunter
Yeah.
was his idea.
Really?
Yeah.
If I respect people like that so much. You're like, you know what the move is? I don't know. What? I'm going to become a professional mascot. Okay, Daddy Long Neck, whatever you say. Next thing you know, he's doing it.
Yeah.
You can tell he puts an extra level of zip into what he's doing.
What do you think about Terry Jones saying he should be fired because he can't drum properly?
Terry, I respect your career and your breadth of work, and it makes you immune to criticism from a clown like me. But really, Terry, really, the mascot with the drum is the problem?
Well, and you've said it before. I was at the game against Calgary on Sunday. I was at the Philly game on Friday.
Oh, you're on fire.
I'm on fire, buddy. And I'm going again next week to Vancouver.
Shit.
However, the kids love Hunter,
They
man.
love Hunter.
That's who it's for.
It's not for you, Terry.
No, man. The little girl that ran over to him at the stairwell and he took a picture with her and she was so excited. That's who Hunter's
Yes.
Absolutely.
I thought Hunter was kind of silly and scary. until
he's
I took
super scary.
My little nephew there, and all he cared about was Hunter and Connor. And in his mind, I think they're like interchangeable. Like Connor could be running up and down the aisle, and Hunter could be on the ice, and my 3-year-old nephew would be like, "This is normal, right?" Like he doesn't really get it. But no, I think Hunter's great. Calm down, Terry. Good God.
Yeah, come on. Have some fun, man.
Did I ever tell you the story about the one time I got to go into the press box at Rogers or Rexall when I was
No,
18?
go ahead.
So I go to U of A. I'm going to write the Gateway. I decided to myself, it's time to expand my horizons. Wrote one article, got fired. Ironically by Rosenhart.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Rosenhart was my editor and was like, "You don't have what it takes." And I was like, "Whatever, Rosenhart. I'll see you in 3 short years." But they're like, "You get to go to a game and you get to sit in the press box." And I was like, it's preseason. Like, this is unbelievable. I'm 19 or 18. It's the most exciting thing that ever happened to me. I didn't realize, because they just let me up there by myself,
Sure.
that there was like a pecking order to who sat where. And I sat in Terry Jones's seat because looked right comfortable, and it was
Sure.
near a popcorn machine. And I'm not trying to make a fat joke. It was right near the popcorn machine. I'm like, this looks like a nice place to watch a hockey game with my fellow media types. And Terry Jones came over and just goes, "Out." So I was like, "Yep." And then I went and sat all the way around the corner by myself with the guy who worked the spotlights. Terry Jones hasn't changed. That was bloody 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
I got up there once, but that was Carnival of Champions days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Mariusz Tchaikovsky gave me a tour of the press box.
Polish Prince.
Fucking right.
That's
He was
hot.
just wandering down. I was the last tour of the day. Me and my buddy were wandering up. He's wandering down. He's like, "Oh, you guys want to tour the press box? Come on up." Made me I got to enjoy a little bit of popcorn, fountain drink.
Yeah.
I went all the flavors as you do when you're about 7.
Of course.
Yeah, it's great.
Swamp water.
Swamp water.
Polish Prince. Guy's a saint.
Isabella Skorpupa,
Was that his missus?
the Bond girl.
Oh.
Mariusz Tchaikovsky, the Polish prince,
That's
was
right.
dating a Bond
Yes.
girl, and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
came to a game. And I remember I was like, I don't know how old you would have been those days, mid-90s, very young, 12, 11, at the game. And like seeing a lady that in my brain, I was like, well, that lady shouldn't be here. She should be in a magazine. And she was walking down the concourse, and like people had no idea who she was, but she was just like the daddy long neck of beauties.
I remember having the same thought, seeing, I don't remember who Peter Nedved was with at the time, but she was a Sports Illustrated model.
Yeah.
And I had the swimsuit edition, as you did back when you were a young man.
Hidden behind your bed frame.
This is prime, you can't wear sweatpants era. And I remember seeing her on TV, looking down at the magazine, back at the TV, and going, "Oh my God, she's in the same city." That's all it takes. Store that one up in the old brain bank.
Absolutely.
Brain bank indeed. Brain bank indeed. Jared, how much longer do we have? How crazy can we start talking?
Anytime.
Like, you want to shut her down?
Whatever you guys want to talk about, man.
Well, how much time's left on the
We
clock?
got 30 seconds.
Oh, shit. Well, then we're talking about nothing. Bag milk.
You know what I want to talk about?
What's that?
I'm going to end this things off by shouting out the guy who won a trip to Winnipeg on The Price is Right and turning it down.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I was in the Showcase Showdown.
Oh,
Turns out he got a winter getaway to Winnipeg, was part of it. And he's like, "You know what? Not for me."
Because he knew it was a scam.
Well, how are you gonna fly in there?
First of all, he's
Exactly.
scared of parachuting. That's not an option. 4-hour bus ride from North Dakota crossing the border twice. That's just ridiculous. Not going to do that. So shout out to the man who refused to go to Winnipeg after winning a trip on The Price is Right.
How's
Real
that?
Life Podcast. See you next week, kids.
Go Bulldogs.